Assalamu alaikum. This is Protusha Burwa welcoming you to the English news from Btv-Chattogram. Let's begin with the top stories. Festive election atmosphere returns after a decade and a half. Candidates busy campaigning, seeking votes from people. BNP Chairman Tariq Rahman reaches Chattogram tonight as part of election campaign after 2 decades. Jamaati Islami Amir Dr. Shofkur Rahman calls for voting for 10-party alliance for desired development and radical change of people's fate. Upcoming polls against land grabbers, extortionists and hegemony, comments NCP convener. Second day of trilateral talks between Russia, Ukraine and US concludes in United Arab Emirates. And Bangladesh women's cricket team secure 9-run victory against Ireland in ICC qualifiers in Nepal. Viewers, those were the top stories. Now moving on to the details. After a decade and a half, the country has once again returned to a festive atmosphere of voting. With the upcoming national parliamentary election approaching, candidates are passing through a hectic time. Today marks the third day of election campaigning. From early morning, constituencies have been buzzing with campaign activities. Candidates, accompanied by party workers and supporters, are going door to door to reach voters. Some are speaking of development while others are promising change. However, voters' expectations go beyond the promises made by the candidates. For ordinary voters, this election is also accompanied by a referendum which has generated both curiosity and hope. Many believe that the referendum can bring changes to the country's political culture. On the third day of campaigning, the electoral field remains busy with a convergence of promises and expectations. Ultimately, who succeeds in winning the trust of the voters will be known only after the results of the national parliamentary election, scheduled to be held on February 12, are announced. Election Commissioner Abdul Rahman Al Masood exchanged views with officials of the administration and law enforcement agencies in Chattogram on preparations for the 13th National Parliament election and referendum. At a meeting jointly organized by the divisional and district administrations at the local circuit house today, law enforcement officials, including the returning officer, highlighted various issues related to the parliamentary elections and referendum. Divisional Commissioner Dr. Muhammad Ziauddin, Deputy Commissioner Mahmoud Zahidul Islamia, Superintendent of Police Muhammad Nazir Ahmed Khan, and other concerned persons were present in the meeting. As part of election campaigning, BNP Chairman Tariq Rahman has reached Chattogram tonight. The BNP chairman will take part in a youth policy talk at a local hotel with 300 students from various universities next morning. There, he will exchange views on BNP policies on education, employment, agriculture, women's empowerment, and other issues and listen to suggestions from young people. After that, he will attend an election rally at the city's polo ground. Tariq Rahman will address an election rally at the Pilot School playground in Feni while traveling onward. Then, along the route, he will speak at 3 separate election rallies at Chattogram High School ground in Kumila, Digbaji ground in Shuagaji, and Central Idgah ground of Daudkandi Upazila. After that, he will join an election rally at the Kachpur Balur Mat in Narayanganj while traveling onward. Jamaati Islami Amir Dr. Shofkur Rahman has said that 54 years of worn-out, stagnant politics have failed to bring the desired change to the country, and he has called on voters to support the 10-party alliance to bring about fundamental change. He made the appeal today at an election rally held at field of SM Government Pilot High School in Palashbari, Gaibandha. He expressed firm determination that if the Jamaat-led alliance comes to power, it will implement the Tista mega project without bowing to intimidation or pressure from anyone. Describing northern Bangladesh as the country's food and grain hub, Dr. Shofkur Rahman said that if the Jamaat-led alliance assumes power, an agricultural university and agro-based industries will be established in the region, which will create employment opportunities. Later, the Jamaati Islami Amir addressed an election rally in Sherpur of Bogura. He said that the people of the country have shown a red card to fascism and hegemony, and that this red card will never again turn into a green card in this country. Stating that if the 10-party alliance comes to power, it will maintain friendly relations with all countries, including neighboring ones. The Jamaat Amir said that no intimidation or domination by anyone would be tolerated. Describing the media and journalists as watchdogs or vigilant sentinels, the Jamaat Amir urged them to call white, white and black, black. Jamaati Islami Amir Dr. Shofkur Rahman visited the grave of Abu Said, the first martyr of the July mass uprising of 2024. He met the members of Abu Said's family during his election campaign in Rangpur. He emphasized building a humane Bangladesh where people of all religions and communities will live together in peace, free from discrimination and contribute to nation building according to merit and competence desired by the martyrs of July mass uprising of 2024, including Abu Said. National Citizen Party convener Nahid Islam has described the upcoming 13th parliamentary election as a battle to defeat land grabbers and extortionists. He made the remarks this morning while speaking to journalists during a roadside electoral campaign in the Bhatara area of the capital. Senior leaders of the National Citizen Party were present at that time. Nahid Islam said the student-less mass uprising of 2024 was aimed at establishing state reforms, democracy, justice and restructuring the power system, adding that the forthcoming election would be a fight against land grabbers, extortionists and authoritarian dominance. He warned that any attempt to establish hooliganism after 5th August would be resisted by the people. Referring to the neutrality of the Election Commission, Nahid Islam said that an advance warning has already been issued in this regard. Now, international news. Second day of trilateral talks between Russia, Ukraine and the US in the United Arab Emirates has concluded today. Russian state news agency RIA reported that the talks in the Emirati capital Abu Dhabi concluded and that Moscow's delegation, led by Igor Kostikov, head of the main directorate of the General Staff of the country's armed forces, returned to the hotel. It further reported that representatives of the American delegation, which took part in the talks, headed to the airport after the negotiations. No official statement has yet been made after the talks. However, Axios media correspondent Barak Ravid wrote on social media X that Ukrainian officials told him the talks were positive and constructive, adding another round of talks which will be held in Abu Dhabi next week. Rustem Umerov, head of Ukraine's delegation, wrote on social media Facebook following the first day of talks on Friday that the negotiations are focused on parameters for ending the war with a dignified, lasting peace. At least 2 European airlines have suspended flights to cities in the Middle East, with Air France saying it will temporarily stop service to Dubai as it continues to monitor the geopolitical situation. Dutch airline KLM also halted flights until further notice to cities in Israel, the United Arab Emirates, and Saudi Arabia, and would not fly through the airspace of several countries in the region, including Iraq and Iran, according to the Netherlands state broadcaster NOS. France's national carrier Air France told the AFP news agency in a statement on Friday that it was making the changes due to the current situation in the Middle East, adding that the company has decided to temporarily suspend its service to Dubai. Air France is monitoring the situation in real time and will provide further updates on its flight schedule, the French airline said. KLM told public broadcaster NOS on Friday that it has suspended flights until further notice to Tel Aviv, Dubai, Dammam, and Riyadh, and would not fly through the airspace of Iraq, Iran, Israel, and several countries in the Gulf. The airline did not disclose the reason for the suspensions and said it was in touch with the Dutch authorities, according to NOS. The latest flight disruptions come as United States President Donald Trump said on Thursday that a big force of U.S. warships he described as an armada was heading towards the Gulf region, days after appearing to back away from threats of military actions against Iran over a recent crackdown on anti-government protests. At least 9 people were killed and 1 child rescued alive after an avalanche struck a house in the Trilateral district of Pakistan's northwestern Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province on Friday. Bilal Faizi, spokesperson of state-owned Rescue 1122, told news agencies that the incident occurred in the mountainous area of the district where heavy snowfall triggered an avalanche that buried a family of 10 under snow and debris. He said ongoing heavy snowfall and extreme weather conditions have significantly increased the risk of avalanches and similar incidents in mountainous regions, urging residents to avoid unnecessary travel and remain cautious. Rescue 1122 Chitral has been placed on high alert as adverse weather conditions persist in the region, he added. Back to national news. Focusing on the upcoming 13th National Parliamentary election and the constitutional referendum, the Regional Information Office organized a specialized workshop for media professionals in the city's Agrabad area. Principal Information Officer Mohammad Nijamul Kobir inaugurated the workshop by joining virtually. Additional Principal Information Officer Yaqub Ali presided over, among others, Senior Deputy Principal Information Officer Mubashira Kadiri, Deputy Principal Information Officer Hasina Akhtar, Onushua Burwa, Deputy Principal Information Officer, Chattogram Regional Information Office Soed Hassan were also addressed on the occasion. During the session, speakers emphasized the transition from an authoritarian government's model to one that is transparent, accountable, and fair. They highlighted the significance of the upcoming referendum in establishing the new state structure. Journalists were also urged to play a proactive role in motivating public and providing clear information regarding the referendum process. PNP Chairman Tariq Rahman will address the election rally organized by Chattogram North, South and Metropolitan PNP at the historic Polo Ground in Chattogram tomorrow. City Mayor Dr. Shahadat Hussain visited the site today. During the visit, he inquired about the overall condition of the field, stage setup, entry and exit routes, cleanliness, security and necessary infrastructural preparations. The mayor sought the cooperation of all concerned to ensure a peaceful, disciplined and successful completion of the rally. Meanwhile, all necessary preparations have been completed for the election rally of Bangladesh Nationalist Party Chairman Tareq Rahman, scheduled to take place tomorrow at the Feni Government Pilot High School grounds. The event, set to begin at 3 p.m., has generated significant enthusiasm among party leaders and activists in Feni and its surrounding districts. Organizers have confirmed that the construction of the main stage and other logistical arrangements are in their final stages. BNP chairman will travel to Feni by road from Chattogram tomorrow to address the gathering. Now, sports news. Cricket. Bangladesh women's cricket team secured its fourth straight victory in the ICC T20 World Cup qualifiers, beating Ireland by 9 runs in their last match of the Group A at Mulapani Cricket Ground in Nepal. Bangladesh put on a respectable 153/7 after electing to bat first. Sharmin Akhtar Shupta was the key performer behind the victory, hitting a 45 ball 52. For Ireland, Jane Maguire and Erlene Kelly claimed 2 wickets apiece. In reply, Ireland better held back to 144-4 despite a 58 ball 73 from their captain and opener Gabi Lewis. Bangladesh bowlers bowled in a disciplined manner to stifle Irish batters for runs.